Hello, hello. How is everybody? We got a pretty chill day ahead. Coffee talk. It's always chill. So, I believe last time I got some achievement for not giving something back to someone, and now it says something's missing from the drawer. So I guess that's how it handles when you when you forget to give things back. So, did I misplace it? It's like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. Baileys! I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. Hello, YouTube. How you doing? It's too dainty. Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? It wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No takebacks this time. Faye. I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. They're wedding planning! Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding? We keep postponing every choice we need to make. Hey Nixie, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? Green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? Hey, don't put Nixie on the spot. No, it's quite alright. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. So story. Is this for like the dress or the event in general? Probably the event in general. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we'd agree on the cute cottage core ones. The ones you spotted on Tomata Chill. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. That's a low blow. Oh my god, I can't read today. I don't think that's really any different from any other day. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. Do you even know half of these people? Uh-oh. No, don't argue! Mommy, Daddy are fighting. That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. Still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be some random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying. I don't want you to... Saved by the bell. I didn't hear a bell. Oh, probably someone coming in, I guess. I don't know. That's work. I can't linger. Think I'll have that drink now, Nixie. Of course, what can I get you? Something that'll keep me awake. Still have work to do, and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Spice. Coffee. We don't have a thing for spice. I would say cinnamon spicy. Still blows my mind that people think it's sweet. That makes no sense to me. It does not strike me as sweet. eat. I'm trying to think. Coffee, honey, and milk. Late night working hours. Was this the one we made her last time? Been busy? Being busy? Sweet coffee. Coffee, honey. She wants spice added to it. Pink spice? Oh, I bet you that's hers. Hibiscus, milk, and cinnamon. But she wants coffee. So what if I did replace the hibiscus with coffee? 2 parts coffee? Okie dokie. Oh, nope, that's not what I would do. Okay. Cinnamon? Probably gonna try a couple things before deciding on it. Okay. Jingle beans. Interesting. That doesn't sound good, but alright. I want to see what's missing. Oh, I guess it wanted me to give that card back to Lucas? Is that his name? Okay. That's still Georgie's. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. And then I think this is Gala's. Okay, back. Let's give drink. Came out pretty. Here's a jingle beans for the lady. Oh, that's novel. Perfect. I got it. I can feel myself relaxing already. Bailey's is like, quit ignoring me. What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. Yay! They're being cute now. That we are. Hide! My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. Aw, cute. This is so much better. It really is. Hide's just like, I'm being ignored. Have I mentioned you? I love your smile. Oh, you two are just gonna flirt right here, huh? Never enough. Ugh, disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me, Nixie? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or the base? Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something, then double it. Okay, double the spicy kick. I mean, sure. What do we want to give Hyde? What is hibiscus? Cinnamon. Just cinnamon hibiscus, okay. I feel like his drink is hibiscus. Because it's red, like blood. I think we already tried to make this drink out before, and I can't ever figure it out. Ginger cinnamon? I was giving them the side eye. Come on, let me make something. I feel like milk makes it too, like... I feel like milk would make it too pink. But I could try it. Anytime they say spice, my immediate thought is they want cinnamon. Oh yeah, that's pink spice. Give Hyde some pink spice. Yeah, I have no clue what drink Hyde wants. Double the spice. Is ginger considered spice? I mean, spice is like just additives, but whenever you say spice, it makes, I don't know, it's like a certain sensation instead of just like general spices. What about cinnamon milk? What does that one do? Nothing. Hydro difficult. It's the cinnamon or the ginger? Not sure what ginger counts as, really. You know what? We'll just make something for Hyde and he can tell me if he likes it or hates it. Whoa! That's a drink. Zobo. Here you go, Zobo. Serve Hyde his favorite hibiscus drink. Oh, hey, this is it! Cool! I got it! It was ginger. Weird. Felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you crack the Hyde code. Well? This is kind of troublesome, Nixie. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo. If I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man and his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me zobo like this. Every time I visited. She lived near the harbor. We would sit down, and drink it, and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey! There they go again. Good to see some things don't change. And such dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn, Nixie. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. And I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Nixie. Bye, Hyde. See ya. You're not gonna say bye to your boo? Alright, fine. I guess I'll give him some drinks. It'll be fine. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yeah, chocolate with honey and milk would work. Chocolate! Honey, milk? Milk, honey? Honey, milk. Chocobi Miriku. Ah, here you go, bud. There we go. A Chocobi Miriku for you. Perfect. This feels so good, Nixie. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. I hide. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lua and I haven't fought about anything, until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we've become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start, truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? You make it sound so easy. I want her to say what she wants, have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tuma to Chill. Every wedding picture she's pinning online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding. Just because I am estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants and she deserves. Proper princess wedding. You are a remarkably presumptuous young man. Mr. Hyde. No, it's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. He's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say it whether you liked it or not. I love Hyde. He's great. I mean, when you're a vampire and you've lived longer than most people, you got some experience you can lay on people. You're sitting here, going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they would need. Lua's the only one who can tell what Lua wants. That's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. But what if we take so long that we reach old age? We're still not married. If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. I got a point. And since we're talking about taking time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Bailey's. But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time to figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. I should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? It's like his best thing ever. Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling. Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. Thought you were having a good time in LA. I was. Until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency just in case. But there aren't any modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you gonna do then? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Oh no. That's not a good idea, Hyde. You're joking, I'm assuming. Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Yeah. Ain't sugarcoating a damn thing. Yeah, well, sometimes people don't need to hear sugarcoated words. Sometimes you just need to give it to them straight. They might get pissed about it, but... Are you? I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. It's like some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the Mafia right now? That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. Can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things as like a startup? Sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business like you are impatient in love. Efficiency is in everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much, I don't know how to say that word. And putting in blue skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt, shh. If my Mafia buddies find you, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that, you don't sugarcoat your advice. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them. Was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Huh, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally. That wasn't a very long work day. She left like 30 minutes ago, max. In a hurry to leave. Leave here, Mr. Bayliss? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keeping bickering? Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm gonna leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Nixie. Of course! Have a good night, Mr. Bayliss. Oh, look, a convenient distraction. Don't worry about my vampire going-ons. Mr. Hyde, what was that about the Mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know an old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short, because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I'd been stuck in Seattle for a while, working it day in and day out. At some point, I decided I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch. So you slipped his watch. You know me well, Nixie. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provide the entertainment. I did the usual thing, I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet. The duvet? Hyde-shaped. I'm assuming that's a bed. By the way, he said like he usually does. This isn't the only time he snuck out under Gala's watch. And I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the werewolf. So I went into the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view. For the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside. But to me it was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly, we heard a tap on the window. Let me guess. That was Gala, the wolf himself. He peers inside. When he starts banging on the door so hard, the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde? That's so funny. Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Nixie, I wish. Sorry, it still sends me in a fit, just think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a conscientious bodyguard if I've ever heard of one. Right. I truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have a chance to explain the situation. At least not until you removed my... I understand what kind of entertainment they were doing now. It probably shouldn't have taken me that long. Pulled a typical kid's prank. Hilarious. I don't know if this is a typical kid's prank. Bella acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. Nixie, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say, poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find any of my antics quite charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspected in the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account, so he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see now outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspected he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over. And it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. Good God, Hyde. I can't ever be prepared for one of Hyde's stories. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, huh? That's what you took away from that story? But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I could plausibly deny this conversation never took place. Fair. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all of my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Nixie. Yes? No, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. That was odd. No one will ever believe you. I wouldn't tell that story to anyone else. Are you kidding me? It's just as flustering to know that story as to tell that story. And a safe journey home. Cafe latte. I could use one of those right now. Hopefully everyone's having a good week. Ah, this game is so what? Denied. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices, a brief history. Sold out replica astronaut suits experiences as an extreme increase in sales. Alright. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. Huh. I hope the power hiccups don't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. And it's raining again, as always. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Oh, hey! Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. I don't remember what I was doing for Silver, but they all sound pretty much the same anyway. Hey, Nixie. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. This is assuming that you never start an encounter at night, because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet, Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concept of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda. Yes, what is it? I think Nixie tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Nixie. No, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. Truth is I'm not sure why our greetings have such a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I have observed that some thoughtless use of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. We see, and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Nixie. Hey, Benny, how you going? How you doing? Are you just calling me Dorumon now? Or was that the one that was thrown? That might have been the one that was thrown. I missed it. How are you today? Don't worry about it. Communicating without a Hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in somewhat heightened mental state. We've been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. Seems to be our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We're excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Amanda talks a lot. Benimon is good. Just waiting for your computer desk to arrive. Ah, yes. Yes. Our return to the Hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory. But still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is good equivalent of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh god. Oh, DGA CPT. PCT, I swapped 2 letters. It's much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is one of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that phone, I take it? Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Nixie. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista now, yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe. Yeah, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Nixie. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee-based drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Bitter and tart. I think his was the Milky Way. Or was that like... Is coffee... I'm trying to think. Did it have cinnamon? No, it was bitter. Is this bitter? Yeah, this is bitter. Lemon? Coffee, ginger, lemon? Still need a mouse and keyboard, monitor, and... It's not that one. Monitor and Windows key. Lemon ginger. I go through so many tries just trying to figure it out and then get the order right. I feel like ginger is right. Could be wrong, because lemon is bitter too. I feel like the lemon would be tart as well. Lemon milk? No! Does anyone remember what we first made for Neil? Coffee, milk, lemon? I'm just gonna keep tossing coffees in the trash. Maybe it's coffee ginger milk? I'm sorry, Silver, I don't think I remember. I don't remember. Oh, ginger latte. That made a thing. I don't know if that's what I should give him. I hate to keep doing that. Huh? I don't want to get it wrong. Because this was the one that, if you got it right, he has like a spaz attack. Milk, honey, and mint. Okay. Trish. But I thought it had coffee in it. Milk, honey, and mint. What? But he didn't... Hang on. No. When he first showed up, he just asked for whatever we recommended. He didn't want anything specific. I'm so confused. Milk, honey, and mint. so confused. Hang on. I don't know why I want to get this right so bad, but Coffee lemon. Oh. That looks cool. Oh wait, I have made that before. Okay, hang on. It's this one? No, that's a different thing. It said coffee lemon. Well, let's do coffee lemon. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Black lemon. That's interesting. I don't remember you ever ordering this drink. There's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. Correct. It tastes interesting. It's very minimal yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense, because we see ourselves in hindsight. When the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Well, I had to learn and adapt here. It's been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I've said about people changing all the time, I don't think I've changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh, no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process, I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were also already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes, that always seemed beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which he took everyone's which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing it. You took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask for medical advice. I could see how that would be problematic. Yes, but I found this fictional universe, where all the stories take place in the stars, so I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror and felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different, but the same. Yes, different, but same. Makes sense to me. To us. Really does. Oh, your phone buzzed. Oh, is that Laurel? You can also give him the agent card if you want. Why? What do you mean I can also give him the agent card? Well, I already gave him his drink, so I can't do that. But why would I give him the agent card? I guess just to tell him who to watch out for? That is very interesting. Well, a thief may have plagiarized from everyone once. It worked though. No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what does Pearl say? That her calendar might clear up soon if I wanted to meet up. Oh, Silver! Sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it might be some time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth drink-making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. On average. There's also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. I don't know why, but I absolutely love that exchange. There have been some issues. Earthlings are so strange. So funny. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is what prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. Uh-huh. People do that? Oh, yes. Think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be pretty, you know. But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do. Before they even write a single word. I can imagine! And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time. They answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it's started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical. But Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return. But she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile... Please desist! We can sense your hormones boiling. And she's the person you might be going on a date with? I really hope so. Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Alright. He left. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it. But we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions. And they have no means of truly of knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that. You said online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he's become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he's made effort to learn Earthling codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us. But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up on Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should be soon be complete. And Silver's on his... It's hard to get out of it. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Too late! Just hide behind the counter! Quick! Why did she shift chairs? Oh, wow. Good evening, Mr. Agent. Be chill, Silver. We apologize, but our machine's been having issues. We can't serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but I can't... Whatever this is... But can't whatever this is wait for another night. I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like it's raining, like rain again outside. I can't talk! Well, there's something that can't wait, for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. Well, you haven't been the most trustworthy element, so I think I'm going to look around for it, if that's all the same to you. Maybe it's fallen behind the counter. Let me check our lost and found drawer first. Would this happen to be it? Seems like an important ID card. A shame if someone were to lose it. Well, well, how astonishing. It was here after all. Sounds like my suspicions weren't entirely wrong, were they? It was an honest mistake. Before you make another honest mistake, I'd like you to remember that I am good at my job. That sounds like a very impressive job to have. What is it you're doing exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. I had to strain my brain. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? Can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often. But it always seems very above the board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? Seems like some young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos on them online. That, maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big of an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public's peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? Makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad, from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things, no matter how much they try to look like Earthlings. They were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? And where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decide they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder, all the time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way of keeping the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder though, what is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. This agent is being way too forward with his information. Hi, Dre. Hi, Fox. How's it going? I'll do stretch. And let's get a stretch in. How's your day going, Fox? Oh, stretching your week. No. Okay. This is a little too oblivious. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from the further away, but they feel like an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in the city? And then the people in the city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful? You know what? At the end of the day, I don't know. Nor do I care all that much. Just trying to get the job done here. But you sure have opinions, don't you? You wouldn't happen to be friends with aliens yourself, would you? Now surely that is... Do you know what harboring illegal aliens is a crime? Oh no, Amanda, no! Doing well? Babysat puppies today? Romancing other characters in Trails of Cold? Oh, you get to choose? I think y'all have told me that you get to choose romance partners in those. That's about it? That sounds like a great day to me. Puppies and Trails of Cold Steel, heck yeah! What was that? The coffee machine. Just the coffee machine. Seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. This is getting more suspicious by the minute. Get out of my shop! Stand aside, I'm going to conduct a search. Meow. What the heck is this? Cat? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. It's also irrelevant to the current... Ah! What was that? Drat. I have an emergency elsewhere. But if either of you think you're off the hook, you're sorely mistaken. You'll be hearing from me soon. The cat? Hi, little kitty. Good job, you ran him off. Such a good kitty. Oh, don't take it to heart, Silver. Aw, Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.4834 scary, and 38.931 exciting. What do you mean exciting? I apologize, this is just nerves. We're truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No. I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of Earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this Earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel a lot of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is, indeed. Then make us a drink, and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. So what was the other one I said? It was milk, honey, mint? Or was it? It was milk, mint, honey. Appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. You had a problem. Okay. I'm now just Googling whenever I need to figure it out. Cheating! Yay! Flower bed? Blue pea, honey, and milk. Flower bed. Okay. Really? It is one I've already made. I guess the Milky Way isn't in this one? Flower bed. Blue pea, honey, and milk. Did it say that was a comforting drink? Entire garden in a teacup. From the surface pond, you can hear the bees. That doesn't tell me anything. Let's see. Oh, whatever. I'll just make it for him. I don't want to mess around too long and not get anywhere. Let's see. Honey and mint. Let's make a flower bed. Good save, cat. A cat expressing clear intent? Impossible. What are you talking about? Cats have some of the clearest body language in my opinion. Here you go, sweet drinks for the two of you. Finger and drink. This isn't bad. Although it could probably have been a little sweeter. Aw, dang it. Okay. The sensation of this is not vastly different from what you served us the other night. But it sounds like it will be fine. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations, even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them, but I need to get used to them anyway. Does sound like he got suspicious today. That's far from the worst of it. What do you mean? Nixie, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I've had a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand the life here, and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as an Earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429 depleted. That's really tired, Amanda. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Nixie. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. The catty's sleepy. Good night, Nixie. See, now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that. Maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. Illegal base? What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. Hey, kitty cat. I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. Wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, didn't mean to wake you. Meow. Meow. Ah, well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But, Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. Ah, there's the confirmation. First Workaholics Treatment Center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. That sounds wonderful. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Carbon recent security breaches, government to block data leakers' websites. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? What? Wait, hang on, what did I have in there? There's the ID I gave back, but also the tag? Like the little badge? And the lighter. Was the badge supposed to be Silver's? Somehow I feel like this is going to be a long, long night. Or not. Gala! Good evening. Yeah, I knew I would forget. Like, they introduced this whole, oh, you forgot your item, now I have to remember to give it to you with your drink kind of thing. And I'm just like, man, you make me try and remember that I have things from like 2 days ago in game, but like 3 weeks ago outside of game. If I just sat down and played it straight, I probably would be fine. But because I'm playing this over weeks, it's just like, oh, I don't remember. Hey Nixie, how are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything's just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift's over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Oh, alright. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yeah, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, that's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Hendry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. Milk, ginger, a couple other things. Yeah, God, and now the game's trying to make me remember things from other games. Ugh. This is why we have... Oh. That one's at least easy since I have a quick recipe. Honey and ginger. Milk, honey, ginger. Milk, honey, ginger. No! Wrong order. Gosh darn it, Wiki. You're supposed to tell me the right order, too. Milk, ginger, honey. Fine, be like that. There we go. There we go. STMJ. There you go, Gala. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. Susu, telur, madu, and jahi. Ah, okay. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. A bit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. I consider it done. Go in, talk to the barista and be like, should I, like, bring a friend here to drink? What do you think? You think that would be a good idea to bring a friend here to drink with me? The wiki said no, you. Having to keep track of another thing, but yeah. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. It's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Yeah, his car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car, back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess I'm just as surprised he still uses it at all. Clark clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here once before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realize that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in itself. Sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, here. Oh! Hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Riona. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern. It was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea. Have I made this before? Have I made Russian tea? Have I made Russian tea? I've actually made a bunch of them. Granted, I am cheating, but you know, it's fine. Fine. We will just... Russian tea. Let's make sure everyone has a pleasant time at the coffee shop. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. thunder is comforting? Yeah, it can be, as long as it's not, like, too loud. That looks nice. That's coming from someone who does not like cinnamon. Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That sounds good. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were asking to give me his contact info. That's right! So you two connected in the end? To be perfectly honest, I actually forgot to contact him. Not on purpose, mind you. I was just really busy, you see. There were a lot of backed-up deliveries to clear. We all have our busy days. Yes, it gets overwhelming sometimes, doesn't it? Nevertheless, the real reason I forgot to contact him is because I've been spinning his thing to ease my anxiety. His thing? You mean the fidget spinner? Yes, that. It serves as an effective distraction from my thoughts while I'm stuck in traffic. As such, I keep it in my car. I see. Makes sense you forgot as soon as you got back home. I feel bad, truly. I mean, you're just using it as intended. So, how did you end up connecting then? He messaged me through my private social media last night. Oh. Yes. I wonder how he was able to find my account, to be honest. Not to alarm you, but you can find just about anything online nowadays if you know your way around. That sounds quite worrisome. Yeah, concern's been raising about privacy issues. I suppose all we can do now is to consider carefully what we put out there. Right. So I assume you responded to it? I did, but it was a belated reply. And it was too late for us to keep chatting. That's why he asked me to meet up here this evening. I see. What does he want from me? I guess we'll see. He wants to apologize. What's going on, Gala? Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for the surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right. You tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issue with children? Sorry. Oh, I mean the hospital admission program from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? For those who are curious, Gala scares children. And he's a doctor, or he's not really a doctor. He's the admissions director or something like that, so he has to get everyone's papers taken care of and stuff, and children are terrified of him. Because he's big. Yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Good, screw those kids. Oh. But to me, Gala looks so friendly. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection. Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. Do you know the area? I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right? And again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that's what you were recalling. A flea market, huh? Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why. I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever, too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap here a bit, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking lot in front of an abandoned library, on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area, that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right, except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy! Oh, Lucas and Georgie are here. Dang, we got a full shop tonight. Look at it! We got all the seats loaded! Yay! Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello? Nixie, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? That's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, 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 what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? That got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. I love that Georgie uses a flip phone. Everyone else has smartphones in front of them. He's still using a flip phone. No? Is it within the area you expected, or... Uh-oh. Well, that's a good sign at least. Pretty much. Same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured, we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Eh, what's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill, Nixie? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase of your workload. Oh, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Nixie, and don't forget my lighter. I will try. How do I make an espresso again? This is just coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee! He's an old-fashioned cop. Alright, let's give him his item. Okay. No, I still have this. I guess I should have given that to Gala. Wait, then what's missing? Oh, there it is. Thanks, Nixie. Probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's just borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? I think it's showing all of this as Georgie's lines, and he's supposed to be talking to Gala or something. Because I'm pretty sure it said Georgie this entire time. Because Gala's text is different colors. You throwing stuff at me? Bennymon is happy? I'm glad Bennymon is happy. You really need a super memory or a walkthrough for these items? Bennymon has his keyboard and mouse. Oh, yay! Good job! Yay! Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. When I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I like something desserty. Because it's my cheat day. Sure thing, any specifics in mind? I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song. For some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? Then I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. Okay, so it's got milk. If it's gonna be a cocoa, so it's got chocolate too. This is probably my last drink of the night, so... Cocoa... Spicy kick. Cinnamon milk. You want something thick? That looks horrible. Okay. How about ginger, since that's considered spicy? No, it still has that icky gray color. Alright, let me see if I can just pull it up so I don't have to sit here and just bash my head against the wall. Spanish Sahara. Oh. Do I already have that one? I do not. Okay. That sounds right though. He said it was a Spanish drink. Chocolate, milk, and ginger. Really? For once it actually had milk be the second item? It's always the last one. There it is. This looks like something Tazgal would love. Yep, it was cocoa, milk, ginger. Sure. Looks like it has a churro in it. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. That's what it was called. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Nixie. You're so welcome. Everyone's got a drink. I forgot to give Gala his thing. Just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky. Even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You got a point there. Yeah, we're talking about the same area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there for the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about a half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there anymore. What was the sentence? There's nothing much there either. Okay. My bling! Concrete sidewalk and metered parking spots. Fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh? Oh, that old. Dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really looking good. Good look. Wasn't a good look. Bleh. I am botching so many sentences today. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and, being a decade-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. You can words properly, you swear? I do. I have video evidence. I have gone through streams like this without botching everything I say. Are you expecting something from me, Nixie? Huh? No. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 or 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track of it a breeze. Sounds ideal enough? As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Uh-oh. Hold on. Right, Lucas doesn't like the dark. What a stage setup, huh? It really is just saying Georgie's name for anything Gala says. Okay. Everyone good? Oh, Riona has a word. Okay. Oh, phew. There you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can uncover the whole place in only 8 minutes. You can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Is it just doing that with everything? I think that one was supposed to be the barista. Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, went across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes. That's so strange. It takes several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. I mean, if you just slash the tire, surely you could just keep going, right? I don't know how that works. I've never slashed a tire before. Right? But it wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the street lights went out, suddenly and all at once. Uh-oh. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. Lucas's face! I love it. It's great. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you alright? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked hot fast. Right? Anyway, Nixie, I think I want another drink. All that talking's making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that, what would you like? What would you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Alright, I'd like a red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Okay. Ginger honey. That's interesting. When piping hot, I don't know how to say it. Oh, what does that mean? Jahi means ginger, te means tea, and Rosella means Rosella, another name for hibiscus. I see. Legit herbal drink. That's a name. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Nixie. Happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops, because I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts? Jumping the gun a bit there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a real serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? Nope, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be of any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall that you said earlier, people often leave remembrances around it? What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being government term for unregistered citizens, including all other uncategorizable beings at the same time. Fairies were part of that. Huh? I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought of as the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was a main reason why the flea market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore. The start of Fairy Week would be marked by the flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Mr. Influencer? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless. Well, the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off the course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing there where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about this? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. I remember the drunk driver was also a son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Not just the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops! Whoa! I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? Do you think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Dang, we solving a mystery up in here. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep y'all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ended up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That's why there used to be a memorabilia around that tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? Is it quite scary to think about? For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice to meet you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Nixie. Take care. These two still need to talk, apparently. So, you okay? It's getting real late. Still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Nixie. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk. A fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you, may I? Sure. Nixie, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink on a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yep, what is it? It has blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. I love it when you guys give me everything that I need and I don't have to actually figure it out. We turning into Scooby-Doo over here. Oh, that's pretty. Ah, I would love a drink like that. I should just clip this from the game and always have it sitting next to me on stream. It's so pretty in blue. Galaxy mint tea. Probably tastes pretty good too. Here you go, miss. The man sitting right beside you. Looks nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Nixie, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm glad you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier, though, it's a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing. That really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? 'Cause I do. That's why I thought I'd finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh. Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, Oh, that's what you call a huge pressure. Before that, though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea of why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? He says for real, alright. It's great. Her part was that of us. I really want to pronounce that as sorbet. I don't know if that's supposed to be how that's pronounced. Sorbet aria? And she's not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Are you laughing at my... Wait. I'm gonna digivolve into Galaxy Nixie? Galaxy Niximon? I wonder what that looks like. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. What is a sorbet aria? I'm just gonna pronounce it as sorbet. Anyone that bothers, send me a phonetic way I'm supposed to actually say it. Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards at the end of the second act. Usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the same time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons. Often desserts. Hence, sorbet aria. Okay, it is sorbet! I got it! In a dress that's colored like a galaxy? That sounds cool. Space is cool. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expecting to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people would act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any other of her works. But it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before, and that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful and yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk is one that's still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Nixie? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all of my siblings even if I wanted to, because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Drop by? Though it wasn't enough to cover it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Ah! Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyway, So my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanted to slice up the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really wanted to sell me the house, want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Right on, Lucas. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That's why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together and making videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? This was my first time venturing to another state completely alone, after all. So I didn't know better. How predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like the production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me at all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked in the end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So I can just ask you a direct question. Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked very hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot. All to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. There's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally, it'll have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time, since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own, too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. Hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thank you for your time too, Nixie. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Nixie. Okay, Lucas. How many times are you gonna say bye? Come again soon. Alright, he's out. I will probably say that she forgot to give him his fidget spinner back. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Nixie. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Everyone else. Wait, have you and everyone around. There we go. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Riona. And have a good night. Whew. Think I'm done for the night. Hope everything will work out for everyone. Spiced lady. He's leaving, he swears. Maybe Galaxy Niximon will have longer hair? I like short hair. It gets in the way less. But I guess I wouldn't mind something like, if I had longer hair, I'd probably have, like, braids or something like that, just because it'll help keep it in order. He likes her. He 100% likes her. Oh, toads. Are you guys shipping? World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for the first test. Newcomer progressive 11 metal band. Avathor? Avathor. That is a hellen good name. I love it. Avathor. Tops US music charts. Oh, he shipped himself? The game does that for us? Alright, 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 alright. We're gonna call it there. That way we can pick it up again next week. Plus my voice is like it always is after this. There's so much talking. But it's good. It's very good. I think I still enjoyed the dialogue a lot more in the first game, but this one's been pretty good. It's been fun. And Lucas is replacing all of Freya's expressions, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, let's see if we can find someone to raid. Actually, it only looks like we've got a couple of people.